So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm right here with the Ultraviolet icon, Masada.
How's it going, people? How are you doing?
Hi, we're doing pretty good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I was a little tired getting out here, but other than that, I feel like I just been in a fight, car crash, but I'm all right. I'm doing as good as I can be. I'm good.
All right, well, welcome to Wrestlevlogs. First time in Wrestlevlogs.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's cool.
Okay, so tell the fans, introduce yourself to the fans from Wrestlevlogs.
Okay, so Ultraviolet Beast, Masada. Anybody that's not familiar with my career, definitely check me out. Look me up on YouTube, Google, whatever, and get familiar with what I've been doing for the past 21 years.
Yeah, and we've seen that the first time when I saw you live was at a heavy metal inspired pro, the Texas Deathmatch tournament, which was some pretty crazy stuff. I wouldn't think I would see something like that.
Well, you never know what you're gonna see, especially in pro wrestling.
Anything can happen in pro wrestling. So,
Sure.
yeah. Okay, so what inspired you to be a wrestler? Any influences?
I mean, honestly, like when I was a little kid, I just loved watching wrestling when I was little, and then I mean, there's a lot of people. I used to like Bret Hart, Owen Hart, the Funk Brothers, Bruiser Brody, Abdullah the Butcher. Pretty wide range spectrum of wrestlers that inspired me. So I couldn't list all of them.
All right, so what was the first match that introduced you to the? You do a lot of the death matches. What was the first match that introduced you to the death match?
I mean, the thing is, when I first started wrestling, like hardcore wrestling in '99 was super popular, so it's just kind of one of those things that was, I wouldn't say expected, but it was definitely high on the marquee of wrestling back then. So it's nothing new. Nothing really introduced me to it. It was just something more or less like had the crazy mind for it.
You just found the passion for it.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. There's a lot that goes into it. A lot of people try to downplay it, but there's more so a thought process that goes into everything.
All right, so tell us a little bit more about like how your first match went down.
My first match went down? That was a long time ago. A long time ago. I would have to say even back then it was more or less a hybrid style of wrestling. It was fast-paced, technical, and then it had the hardcore element to it. So, I mean, that's a long time ago, man. That's over 21 years ago. It's when I was 17.
Wow, yeah. Like what I first noticed also from seeing you wrestle, you start technical, and then from there you just start building up, and it's pretty cool. I actually like technical wrestling. I respect it a lot, and not a lot of like the deathmatch people do that a lot.
No, they don't. So I always like to build things up, and then more or less like show people what's up. Some people might have like a label on me, and then you see like this match today where it's like Brian and I are going mat wrestling, and they're not going to expect that. And I can't say I hate when people expect something, but I always like to throw people for a loop and do something totally different.
Yes. All right. So, also aside from what you do from wrestling, you have a shop where you make like homemade knives and you make different things. Am I correct?
Yeah, I make weapons. I also do bone carvings, leather work, custom handmade goods, crafts, whatever you want to call them, artifacts. But yeah, I do that. So if anybody reaches out and wants something customly done, like if you've seen like John Moxley's intro video to New Japan, that trench knife, I actually made that. So
For John Moxley?
Well, I didn't make it for him.
For
the people that did the video bought it and gave it to him and put it in that video. So hey, you'll see Exiled Artifacts everywhere. Even with War Machine when they were in Ring of Honor and went to NXT, the shoulder pads, like the shoulder guards they had, I made those. So
Wow, that's
done a variety of different things. Also make skull statues. So
that's great. Like I never knew that it would be for other props and stuff. Okay, so is this your first time in the Rio Grande Valley, or have you had matches here before?
This is my first time ever being in far Texas. I'm pretty sure it's the first time being out here. I'm not exactly even sure where we are.
I think it's the first time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I've only wrestled like in this area, I guess, like a handful of times. Like I've wrestled in Laredo, like 3 or 4 times. So I'm assuming we're close to Laredo. Like I said, I'm not really sure where we're at.
Yeah. So and I really hope to see you more around here. I feel like the people here need more of the knowledge of the death match. Not a lot of people here know about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm here to educate, so if they need it.
Yeah, because we were like the only ones, and everybody's like, wait, what? Why are these only people chanting for Masada?
Right. I think the thing is, a lot of fans, they follow everything, that goes on. If they get tired of watching what's on TV and they rather go in the underground of things, they can easily check me out. Or if they look at the international level of like Mexico and Japan, Europe, my name comes up.
So speaking of like matches and like you wrestled in Mexico and Japan, any like the most violent match you ever had with anybody?
I mean, any match with me and Jun Kasai, pretty violent. And when I fought Rush down in Mexico, it's totally different, but that was pretty violent. And both of us ended up having to go to the hospital for that one. So, I mean, you can just look it up and just see like what's pretty ruthless and bloodbath. So, I mean, they're all violent.
Yeah, but they're pretty great matches.
I more or less wish like people would start putting out just my straight wrestling matches. So I don't get typecast, even though I am typecast, but I want to get out of that. I mean, even like my shirt says no weapons needed because all I need are these, but I don't need a weapon to get over. It's retarded.
Yeah, you just need to beat them down pretty good.
Beat them down.
Okay, so any piece of advice you want to leave to anybody that wants to get into the pro wrestling business, whether it be regular matches or hardcore matches, death matches?
I think anybody that wants to get in the wrestling business needs to really research on the schools and the trainers before they jump into it and see what's come out of that school, what area is a good fit for them to make it, and wherever they want to pursue in their dreams with this, it really depends on the person on what they want, If they want to be a technical wrestler or high flyer, if you want to be a luchador, you might want to start looking in Mexico and train actually there. If you want to be a Japanese like strong style, go to Japan and train. But even with the United States, they really need to research who's teaching and what's come out of the school and where the students or former graduates have gone. Because it's best to have somewhat of an in to get where you want to go.
Any schools or trainers you would like to recommend?
I mean, there's Hybrid that's out of San Antonio. Chris Marvel runs that school. There's also the Monster Factory that's in New Jersey, which is out of Texas. I mean, you have Ring of Honor School. You have Chikara. Anybody can just look up pro wrestling schools and then see what's a fit for them. But as far as like Texas area goes, I mean, even Laredo Wrestling Alliance, like they have a good school, So research, study.
There you go, guys. All right, Masada, anywhere the fans can follow you, the social medias?
Yeah, they could go to official Masada on Instagram. They can also follow me on Brigham Paul Dome Masada on Facebook. Those are the two main ones. So on social media.
Right.
And Exiled Artifacts on both of those, on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, so
they want to see like custom work and what I do.
All right, guys. So if you want knives, or is there any other like knives, like other things?
Yeah, there's knives. I mean, anything you could think of, So, clubs, nunchucks, like I said, skulls, like bone carvings, anything really. Yeah, leatherwork. Sky's the limit.
Anything if you guys need, hit up Masada. He'll take care of you. All right, Masada. Thank you so much for coming down, and thank you for coming, taking our time to interview here with us.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, guys.